Oh, I'm muted? Hello. Great start. I thought I pressed the button. Apparently I didn't press it right. Hi everyone. Welcome in. I want to show you the full outfit because this jacket has to come off because it's a lot warmer than I anticipated. So I got a one-piece shirt from the Primark, but this is one of the most comfy shirts I own. Like, it's so nice. And this is this jacket is also really nice. Just, I don't know, really comfy. And I don't know if I can show you, but I've got really interesting pants. Like, this is the first time I'm wearing jeans in a long time. But they have like these really nice pant legs. I cannot show you because that's so annoying. Can I stand on something? No, that's unsafe. But they have the really nice pant legs. Leg pants? I don't even know. Why is it trying to authenticate something? What is it trying to authenticate? Okay, well, there we go. Happy birthday. Thank you, Diana. Welcome in. But yeah, this jacket has to come off. It's so warm here. I'm dying. I mean, the same happened on Sunday when my actual birthday was. Because I had that same outfit for Sunday, and I didn't anticipate for the weather to be, like, actually nice. Because I'm not used to that in April. To be fair, my birthday can range from, like, it's so scaldingly hot you don't even want to sit outside, to it's just rainy and gray all day. So, yeah, I don't. So, I don't have festivities planned because I'm terrible at that. But I just wanted to hang out, show you what I got on my birthday, and I don't know, play maybe a couple games. I got the game about digging a hole from a friend as a birthday present, so I want to go play that for a bit. Yeah. I don't have it in this room. I have all these packets of gamer subs. And I'm trying all of them. At least the ones I haven't tried before. Well, I'm gonna finish the other ones anyway. But I'm drinking Smitty's flavor today. I cannot place what the flavor is, but I'm liking it. It's like raspberry? Maybe I can Google it. Gamer subs. Smitty collection. Okay. And then I will dive into the elephant in the room in a second, but I don't want to put too much on that. Because I want it to be a happy stream about my birthday, right? And not about random VTubers doing stuff. Gamer Subs and Smitty bring you the subtle charm of cherry in the newest offering of good. Ah, cherry. Cherry slushy. Oh, it's just cherry. The flavor is called good. I don't know. I kind of like it. But my favorite is still emotional damage. By the way, I'm not sponsored. I just have way too many friends that are sponsored by Gamer Sub. So naturally, I have a little collection lying around. Yeah, I wanted to get the elephant in the room out of the way. So, over the last few days, Cinder got cancelled. I'm not going into the details with TLDR. She was basically abusing her model artist. And, like, gaslighting her. It's like thinking, oh, if you do models for a lot of different VTubers, the value of your art goes down. Like that sort of bullshit. And just being backstabbery and, like, sabotaging her friends behind the scenes while still keeping up the appearance that they're friends. And that kind of went crazy. And like, details of the whole drama aside. Her fans started burning their merch. And while I understand the sentiment, I decided to post about, like, hey, might as well like donate that much, right? Because burning it's not gonna hurt her. Maybe her ego a little bit, but like she is narcissistic as fuck anyway, so I don't think she cares. And like just donate your merch, like hoodies to homeless shelters, gaming subs to food banks, plushies to children's hospitals, like spreading positivity that she apparently was incapable of, just faking it, right? And I posted that, and that tweet has now 630,000 views. It has 16k likes, almost 2k retweets. This is now what? The 4th time one of my tweets went viral? And once again, it's VTubers. It's always VTubers. So yeah, I wanted to put that out of the way. Display. This is a tweet. These are insane numbers. And I had to mute the tweet, naturally, right? But I also had to mute most of my notifications because people keep quote retweeting it. And I also learned that VTuber fans just hate homeless people. The amount of times, and I'm not even kidding, and I'm only slightly paraphrasing because I have seen all variants of this. And I kind of paraphrase quote, if I see a homeless person in Cinder merch, I would punch them. So that was not great for my mental health. Or also, like, if I was a homeless person and I got handed a hoodie and it was Cinder merch, I would myself. I don't know. I wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah, my mentions, they're normal now because I muted most of things. So like only people that follow me are currently in my mentions, so that's great. So I'm not going crazy anymore. But yeah, enough of that. Oh, my music started. That's crazy. But yeah, I turned 25 on Sunday. And I was having a crisis beforehand because I feel like 25 is like one of those ages that like you truly are starting in a different era, right? A lot of people say that's 20, but I feel like 25 is like you're an actual adult. Even though 18 is like technically adult age, I feel like 25 marks that you're an actual adult. So I was having a little bit of a crisis because of like, well, I have had a rough decade. And I was kind of worrying about that. I don't know. I was like, wow, time is creeping up on me. But also rhetoric, like, oh, 25. That's still so freaking young, actually. Like, I don't have the youngest parents. Like, my mom is gonna be 59 in like a month and a half. And my dad is 62. Not the youngest, right? But I'm realizing they're still doing so many cool things. They're still kind of young. And they still have like so many years until they're old and wrinkly. I don't know how to say that. And like, they still have as many relevant years, if not more, than I am old. And they're already twice my age. So if anything, I've not done anything with my life yet. I'm 25, but I've not lived 25 years because I was a kid and I was developing and whatever. So I'm feeling good now, right? But I was having a tough time, and I will admit that. Yeah. Okay, I need to moisturize my hands. That's one thing that happened over the weekend because I had to help with all the food prep. Meaning I had to wash my hands like several times every hour. So my hands are dry as fuck. But it was all worth it. We barbecued. We invited my mom's side of the family. My grandparents on my dad's side are dead. my cousin, who is like 8 years older, she just got her second child. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in ages. I'm not really in contact with her mom, my aunt. And my dad's brother is also dead, so... And my aunt is his wife. So it was mostly my mom's side, right? And not everyone came, and I was kind of happy with that. Because the difference between what we had this weekend, which was like 18 people total, was 16, because my little brother and his girlfriend had a day out. It was like you sit there with 18 people, or you sit there with nearly 30, and that's a big difference. That was completely fine, and I kind of enjoyed the people that were there, because now I could finally talk to people. Also, finally had the chance to like properly like bond with my cousin's boyfriend. Like, they've been dating for years, they're living together, and I've never really been able to talk to him. Also because anytime I saw him, I was in my family's house, and I just came out of the closet, so I was really insecure, and I don't know. But turns out we have a lot in common. We really vibe. We love similar kind of movies. And I got a movie pass from my parents, so I can go to movies unlimitedly for like 3 months. Best part is, most movies I want to see this year come out in the next 3 months. And if I fuck with it, I will continue. And apparently my cousins and their boyfriends, they all have the movie pass, and they've been going to movies. So I've been asking, like, hey, if you go to a good movie, text me. I need to know. And they're really excited that I was going to movies as well. It was really nice. Yeah, I don't know. I was having a really good day on Sunday. Even like, I forgot to charge my phone the night before. And that meant that my phone was on the charger most of the day. Not because I didn't finish charging until the entire day, but more like it was on the charger and I didn't like feel the need to take it off. So yeah. Also, I have this spritz thing. Wow, it's so overexposed. It's alcohol free, but it's orange, and because my birthday, I share my birthday with our country's king. So it's King's Day on my birthday usually, unless King's Day falls on Sunday, which happened this year. And that also usually meant that a lot of my family, if they came to my birthday, because I like celebrating on the day off, either they couldn't stay long because of the King's Day festivities, or they didn't come at all. So now everyone actually had time. Granted, my cousins, they were pretty hangover. But that's completely fine. Oh, I forgot. Like, I try to be so prepared, but I keep forgetting. Like, I scheduled in a tweet, right, with the waiting room for today. And I am like, oh, I should get better at cross-posting to, like, threads and Blue Sky, but I keep forgetting. So we do that right now. Am I logged into Blue Sky? That would be phenomenal if I am. I am! Whoa, I have 50 notifications. Damn. Oh. Oh, I've never checked notifications. I do cross-post using Buffer, and a lot of, like, I do get people that reply to my tweets, but I just never see it because I'm not on the platform that much. Oops. Let me try it. Let me try to cross-post this and be a proper streamer. Live streaming. Yeah, let's go. Why do I have so many pings? Wow. 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 Ah! I'm so bad at this. Let me show you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to format this tweet and I'm overthinking everything. But that's fine, right? That's completely fine. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Speaking of YouTuber, Sunday to the day, it was 5 years ago that I posted my first YouTube video. And that felt crazy to think, because while writing the caption of my YouTube stream, like I'm multi-streaming currently, I realized I've spent a fifth of my life being a YouTuber. That was interesting. So yeah, no, that was crazy. I'm not logged in on Threads. God damn it. You with Instagram? Let me take a sip. Yeah, that was like a realization. Like, oh, I actually have been a YouTuber for a decent amount of time, and despite me not having the same growth as some of my friends have in the last like 6 months, which some of them are insane, I'm really proud of myself and of my content and everything I made, because I've changed the direction of my content more times than I actually stuck with it. I think the longest era was feature galore, and it's still kind of part of it, but hey, it's also, YouTube was my creative outlet, because I started, damn, that's even longer ago. I became a book blogger in 2017, and I kind of started YouTube on the side, and eventually YouTube became my main thing, and I also started streaming when I quit my blog. Can you believe it? I've been streaming for 4 years this year. Like, my streaming anniversary is somewhere in August. Love this music. Love music. Oh yeah, and I sorry, I am having all sorts of train of thoughts that are not coherent at all. Speaking of my birthday and like the craziest feature drama in a long time happening in real time leading up to my birthday and on my birthday, I think the apology was posted on my birthday. But my friend is doing like a soft graduation kind of thing, and her last stream was on my birthday. She'll be back in May though. She'll be back on May 24th with a full rebrand. Everything is new except like her as a person and her name. But I was like, man, this is crazy. Also, I've never really been able to watch her anniversary streams because her anniversary is on my birthday. But I feel double fucked. Like, at the moment, I had time to finally watch her. I wanted to cry because I opened Twitch and I knew she was live at least a few minutes before because I saw people talking about it, right? And I opened Twitch and it says live a few minutes ago. I missed the end by a few minutes. And I hated it. I hated it a lot. Ooh! Look at his skin! Sadly, it's only Wild Rift, but this is an Ezreal skin, like from League of Legends, but it's the mobile version of League of Legends. I swear to God, Wild Rift gets the best skins. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Oh, and there's a Claire Obscure live action movie in the works. So many things happened while I was busy preparing my birthday. Like, my friend Evan has done a deathless Clay Obscura run, and I've only been able to like pop in a few times, like 10 minutes at a time. And he finished the entire game. Like, he streamed all weekend. I had a crazy good day on my birthday, but I feel like I missed pretty much everything. That's fine. I'm gonna hop in this VC. Wow. Wow. Okay, it's still connecting. What is up with the Discord servers? Okay, now it's RTC connecting. There we go. Okay.
I have the feeling we are supposed to hear what you are saying, but all I can hear is your BG.
I've been muted the entire time. When did I mute myself? I've at least been muted for like 10 to 15 minutes. I hate everything. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hello. I've been ranting. I've been ranting about this goddamn Boba kit for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't... Skill issue. This is the second time I muted myself when I thought I unmuted myself. I don't even remember muting it. The fuck? I hate everything. You save lives through streaming? Thank you. Man. Okay, well, let's start over my rant. Would it be funny? It would have been funny. It would have made a terrible VOD. But yeah, I have this Boba kit. And I was reading the instructions and it confused the hell out of me. But yeah, you have these packets of Boba. Like the pearls. Powder to make the tea. And... straws. I can probably put my keyboard a little bit further so it doesn't fall off my desk every time I move. But yeah, I was confused. Because there are two ways to make it. You can put it... I was just listening to the stream in the background while doing other things. I just assumed you were AFK for a bit. You're first time chatter. You couldn't have known. This is like a reoccurring skill issue on my part. Thank you for sticking with me though. I appreciate that, Oriel Kronos. That's a cool name. Yeah. Okay, so my rant was, so if you use the microwave, you put this in cold water, or like room temperature water, dissolve it, like stir and dissolve. Then you add like the contents of this packet to that same cup. Then you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to heat it up, and then you cool it down. Like you put it in a different glass, you cool it down, put it in ice cubes. Not complicated, right? But then there's the other side where you can use a kettle. So you put this packet into a bowl of boiling water for like 3 minutes. Then you open the pack and put that in ice water. Okay, clear instructions. Then you get like a different container where you put this in with boiling water once again, and you stir it to dissolve it. And then you put all of it together into a different glass and put in ice cubes. But I'm not understanding because I'm seeing like a whole bunch of goop in here. Like obviously you need that, right? So it needs to be in the water. But if you put the contents of this into ice water, then you have to fish out every single pearl. But it also makes it seem like you have to take different water. Yeah, because it has to be boiling water. I'm so losing my mind over this because it doesn't make any sense. I like the microwave option does seem like the easiest, but I don't have a microwave upstairs, but I can get the kettle. I just need a bunch of different containers and then I can make it work. How big are the straws? Probably just need a big cup. I'll get some in a bit. But first we chat. I hate myself and I hate everything, and I'm honestly just glad that you guys are having fun about me ranting. I understand maybe what happened. So I joined. Happy birthday and anniversary. Thank you, Ichi. I joined a voice channel in my Discord server. And I wanted to mute in there because that's what I like muscle memory do when I join a Discord server, like a voice channel. And I'm the only one in there, like until someone joins and I unmute. But then I realized, oh, if I mute using my GoX a lot, then you guys cannot hear me. And I thought I unmuted right away. But apparently I didn't. And then I explained, that's why nobody replied. That makes sense. You can hate yourself more than how. Trust me. It's rough. But then I went on to explain, like, hey, if you're in my server and you have the Ezzydesu rule, like if you're like a friend or a VIP on the channel, then you can join this channel, like this voice channel if you want to. And then I also explained, like, hey, if we're friends or you're a VIP in the channel and you're not in my server, you can join it, you'll get the role. And that completely went south. That didn't work out as planned. Thought my tab was muted until I muted all the other ones. I was still hearing the music, yeah. This is rough. Should have joined just to call you out. I would have been startled probably, but that's yeah. I'm a professional streamer, by the way. Yeah. No, this is great. I don't know. I'm just judging myself at this point. Oh, well, we can hang up on it. Oh, that won't change anything, right? With mute, I learned with my career to mute everything, hardware and software. Too many times I was caught eating, but nobody knew it was me. To be fair, I have a physical button on my GoXLR to mute my mic on like the mic level, but I also have a button to mute on Discord. But I always like I have programmed myself to mute the microphone and not Discord, because then you're sure nothing comes through. But yeah, no, that's. But if I like leave the computer, I intend to stay muted for longer. Like I mute myself when I type. Like I do that because my keyboard is obnoxious. I'm gonna get a new one someone this year. Also, this one is greasy as hell. So if I start typing a lot, I mute myself when I'm in Discord channel. But if I like walk away from my PC for longer than 5 minutes, I mute on Discord level 2 because I'm paranoid. I need to take all my keyboard keys one by one to clean them. Yeah. But your keyboard for 8 years? I don't remember when I got this one. It was a birthday present at some point. It's like a Razer Black Widow V2. I don't know what I got it. It probably is like 4 years. Because I've had this keyboard since before I started streaming, so at least 4 years. But I've been getting like happy birthday, thank you Moonlight, welcome in. Yeah, I've been like my friend of mine said like he had a Corsair keyboard that's like hot swappable, and like you can take off the keyboard, the keycaps and stuff easily as well, and it was like super cheap for like the board and everything working and sounding great while still being upgradable. Because a lot of keyboards, I'm breaking my brain because you have to get a good baseboard, but then you have to make all of these amendments to make it sound good and look good, and that keyboard looked good from the get-go. So then you have still the option on customizing it later. And it was decently priced. I think, how much was it? Let me open DM because I am sure I pinned it. boop, boop, boop. This keyword. The K65 wireless 75%. Yeah, that's also something I want. I want a smaller keyword. Because I can always just get a separate numpad. Yeah, he showed me what he had and it just looked really nice. And like this looks very boring obviously, but it has RGB. You can personalize it too. Like you can have a white frame. I'm definitely getting a white frame. I have too many black peripherals and I've always had a black keyboard. Yeah, you can just get like different keycaps from the get-go and they're like only $10 more. Like, look at this, cherry blossom. Really pretty. What's this? Oh, this looks sick. It's like for just $10 more, you can get like the colored keycaps. I'm fucking with this, by the way. But because the keyword is hot swappable. For people that don't know, the mechanism in your keys that makes like the key clack, the up and down mechanism, right? In older keyboards, it was like soldered into the keyboard, but nowadays you can just remove it and click a new one. Switches, yeah, switches, but like for people that don't know what it is, okay? I'm terrible at explaining. But yeah, that means that you can take out that mechanism, the switches, and put in new ones. Just click, click. Really easy. So that makes customizing keyboards a lot easier. And like the switches are a reason like why keyboard like is either sounding very loudly or like really talky or it sounds really quiet. Depends on the keyboard, but also gamers use different switches than just office people, right? Because for, I think, tactile switches, like, you don't have to press that deeply to press the button. I don't know what the best are these ways. I have clicky ones. I have a clicky keyboard, but my keyboard is, like, obnoxiously clicky. To the point that I overstimulate myself when I type without headphones on. Oh, yeah, you can choose which ones you want. I think these are... yeah, you have linear and smooth. So like linear means that you don't have like this tactile click in the middle. Like you can feel that. This is usually what gamers use, but linear is just normal. Just a normal button. And then tactile and clicky. And then you have speed. Ah! Wait, they have sound? They have sound. Crazy. That's such a difference. What the hell? Hey, that's a... Wait, that's funny because this definitely is a lot louder, but it also sounds like the volume got up. This sounds a lot more clicky, but it's not supposed to be that loud, I think. Yeah, they upped the volume of the sound here. Because there's no way they have a tactile clicky that's only this quiet. I don't know. And there's technical data and it doesn't tell me anything. But yeah, you can pick that as well, just on the base. And you can have a palm rest. I love the palm rest. I have one with my Razer keyboard. If you have problems with your wrists, having a palm rest is so nice. I also have one for my mouse. I have used this one for you. I kind of need a new one because this one's gross. Yeah, you can just get the whole thing. And it's like $180. Oh, 190 with the wrist rest. And you have a full thing. Nice. Welcome in, Kamito. Happy birthday. Thank you. I have a palm rest and a vertical mouse for my carpal tunnel. I wanted a vertical mouse, but I don't know. It's it's probably a lot better because I do have like a lot of pressure on this side of my hand, like here. If I move it like here, then it is really tight here. But I feel like that can, I need to do stretches on that. And I feel like I will, my hand-eye coordination is not great, but my brain-hand coordination is also not great. And I've been using mouse like this for years, and I'm finally like comfortable with it. But I feel like if I start moving my hand differently, then I'm getting confused. But yeah, I cannot really use a mouse for an extended period of time without a palm rest. Really should diagnose it with a doctor. I'm sure my right hand has arthritis. I've lost so much power. It hurts when I cook. I had that for a long time. Oh, that's so loud. Sorry. I injured my wrist. Like I've injured my wrist a lot when I was a kid. Like just falling and always landing on my right wrist. And I've sprained it so many times. And one time, what did I do? It was in PE, elementary school, that I went to the ER during school time. Because I thought I had broken my hand. Because it hurt so much and I couldn't move it. And was fine, luckily. But I still had like pressure bandages for a while. Yeah, I fucked up my wrist. Both of them, actually. Falling with a waveboard. Falling with a longboard. Attempts at skateboarding. Skiing. A whole bunch of things. I tried a lot. And even though I never could like really do it long term because my back was already so bad in elementary school, I still managed to fall a lot. So, and I hadn't injured my wrist in like almost not a decade. At least 5 or 6 years, right? When I was still with my ex. And then we were just fooling about. I don't know what happened. And my wrist just like went almost all the way back towards my arm. And it hurt so much. But I was used to spraining my wrist. So I didn't think much of it. And I was like, okay, well, it hurts now, but it will get better. But maybe because I was no longer a child, and like a lot of my bodily processes due to my chronic illness are fucked now that I'm older, it took a long time for the pain to get less. And I was worried because I didn't have any like strength in it. I couldn't move it properly. So I had to wear a brace pretty much every single day, the entire day. And at first I only had a brace from my mom. And the thing was like this long, like until here. From here to here. That was annoying. Eventually I found a brace that looked more like a glove. And I had to wear that thing for a long time, like because of the pressure prevented the pain. And I couldn't lift anything, I couldn't hold a pen, and it sucked. Do you do daily wrist and hand exercise, like up and down stretches? Not intentionally, but because I move around with my hands all the time, I do all sorts of movements throughout the day. And it became kind of second nature because of said injury, that I just move my wrists around just to relieve some tension and pain. And now it no longer actually hurts. I still do that because it just became muscle memory. So I maybe that's why the pain didn't come back. But yeah, like for years, I had to pretty much wear that thing daily. Mijn plak, yeah. And it was, eventually it became part of my brand to the point that I wanted to put a brace on my VTuber model. Even though by the time I started streaming, I didn't have to wear it daily anymore, but because I had to wear it a lot. And it, just like my asthma medication, if I went somewhere for the day, I took my medication with me, but I also took my brace with me. Often in my pocket, because I knew if it started hurting, I needed my brace, otherwise I wouldn't get through the day. Thank you. Wow, why is it doing it twice? Confusing, but thank you for the Fortnite check-in. Yeah, no, and now I've been fine for a long time. I haven't worn that brace for a long time. But you know that's the thing. Oh, ara. Do I have No, I cannot see. I don't have the reverb. I don't know if it's still keep out, but I can still do an ara. I haven't practiced in a long time. But you know that thing that old people say? They're like, oh, it's gonna get bad weather. I feel it in my bones. I literally can tell when the weather is gonna like flip around. Like right now it's like really nice and sunny and it like gradually went there, right? From like colder, it like gradually went to nice weather. And I can like feel it in my wrist, but also in like my other joints. Like joints are terrible. When the weather is gonna flip around, I pretty much know like 1 to 2 days in advance. And some people say it's like air pressure. Some people say it's like, I don't know. But I can tell, and it's really annoying. And also the other way around. If it like goes from like really cold and like bad weather to like suddenly really warm, I can tell in my joints. And it still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much as I need the brace. I definitely also lost a lot of muscle in my arm for a long time. So you can still kind of maybe see it. Like it's significantly thinner here. It still is, despite right being my dominant hand. I don't use left for that much, but you can still see like a decent size difference, but also you can feel it. There's less muscle here. It's really weird, and this was years ago. I'm still, and like I was still in high school. To be fair, I did graduate really late. I was 20 when I graduated. It's fine. Tell the weather without checking. Weakness is more inconvenient. Yeah, what's the point? Like, I'm hurting. I know the weather is gonna turn bad the next day, so I'll be in pain and depressed. Doesn't help anyone. What drink is it? It looks fancy. It's alcoholic, non-alcoholic spritz. Happy birthday, thank you. So what's in this? It's not in English, so I have to translate. It doesn't say what the herbs are in there. It's like, it says it's a herbal orange drink. Is it carbonate? No. I do have to say, I had one of these last year. It was so bitter I could barely finish it. But now it's actually kind of sweet. I'm happy with it. It's like, it's bittersweet. Does that make sense? Herbal orange drink? Yeah. I mean, it does look fancy, but it's not even expensive or something. It's so overexposed. I'm so sorry. Because I do really like it. I also have more of this. This was still in the fridge. This is originally my little brother's drink, but he never touched it, so I'm like, no, I'm just gonna touch it. And I just have a can of Coke. And I wanted to drink my other ramen, but I still need to take a picture with it for a thumbnail. Not fancy to be honest. Drink isn't the glass bottle not used to be expensive? Yeah, to be fair, yeah. We have a lot of things that just happen to be in a glass bottle, especially if it's like, if it's something that is only enjoyed in a single serving, and it like just to make the package look a little nicer. And it's also a lot more sustainable to use glass instead of plastic. I'm gonna miss Rotterdam this year. Got it. Oh, you know what the funny thing is? I haven't bought my TwitchCon tickets. I have bought PremierCon tickets. Not TwitchCon yet. Also don't know where I'm gonna stay. My mom said that she was gonna go with me and we're gonna get a hotel or something together. But it's like, it's in a month. And I haven't made any arrangements. Like, worst case scenario, I'll just, like, if I cannot get tickets for TwitchCon, I'll just take a train or something. Or just go there for the day to go to PremierCon. Get a hotel and then stay for one night instead of the whole weekend. I'll figure it out. But between my birthday and my mom being sick, we couldn't really plan anything. Yeah. Oh, more birthday stuff. I have pretty much all of my birthday presents in my background right here. Fancy doesn't mean expensive, at least for me, because you can dress fancy without paying crazy money, but herbal orange drink, not something I hear often. Yeah, I don't know what it is, actually. Your cola had Albert Heijn logo on it, and it's reminiscing. Yeah, This is a local supermarket. It looks so obnoxious because the blue is like so, I don't know. It doesn't fit on the can. The can looks fine, right? And then there's just this blue logo. But I've come to the age, maybe, I don't know if it's on the wrong spot as well. I don't know. I think the letters of cola being centered is like the best part. But yeah, I've at first I started preferring like supermarket brands because I have this stupid thing called imposter syndrome that even extends to like, oh, I don't want to buy the expensive Coke because why should I deserve that? I don't. Really weird brain worms. Just don't worry about it. I'm getting over that. But now I'm starting realizing, oh, I only preferred Coke because you're kind of like supposed to prefer Coke or Pepsi over like other brands. And I don't know. But now I actually prefer the supermarket brands of things, especially the Albert Heijn one. So I just have like Coke Zero from the local supermarket. Yeah, it definitely looked like it was slapped on, but to be fair, the fact that the word cola has no like drop shadow or outline or whatever, it just looks so out of place. And to be fair, I think they could have made the letters a little bigger. Like moved the logo from the supermarket a little bit down so it wasn't like pretty much touching that top line. And made the other letters a bit bigger so the logo and the word are like the same width. I don't know. I drink Coke like a maximum twice a week. I don't drink it that often either. Mainly because I'm in this thing like don't drink your calories. And to be fair, I have been drinking all of my calories the last 3 to 4 days. But that's another story. Usually I only drink like water and tea or gamer subs with no sugar. But if I do drink other like soda. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Evan. $5. Thank you so much. Oh, you want to know something funny? You're the first ever person to super chat on my channel. And enjoy that honor. Thank you so much. Wait, I know that touched me. I don't know what. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I was in the middle of a Coke rant and then you just. Wow, that's a weird sentence. Don't take it out of context. No, thank you so much. Yeah, I was ranting about supermarket Coke and the design. Like, Evan, just look at this. Like, the letters need an outline. Need to be bigger. It can be moved down. Why is the logo of the supermarket almost touching the top line? I want to talk to whoever designed this. Because the rest looks awesome. Like, this is just a person with sunglasses, right? It looks really nice. And if you just look at it from this side, it's not that crazy, right? But it looks really nice. It's okay, I do Coke too. Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you for the follow, Oreo Kronos. I'm glad you decided to stick around despite me being muted for like 15 minutes. I would have put a letter on the ear. Yeah, it is a bit weird. On one side there's an ear, but the other side it gets cut off. What's this weird cartoonish looking can? It's just local supermarket brand. I swear it tastes a lot better than it looks. I actually prefer it over Coke. Or like Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, and it's specifically telling me it's gluten and lactose free. Like in the middle there. I don't know. Yeah, to like compare, this is special edition Coke from a different supermarket. And I feel like this logo is even more obnoxious. The Coke rent convinced me. I say out of pocket things regularly, and I only realize it after I left my mouth. But yeah, this is a special edition Coke, but like regular Coke from their branding looks similar. Just boring compared to this. And like that logo looks so out of place. I don't know. It's crazy. Ow. Don't drop anything. Yeah, let's go over my birthday presents. Should I? Yeah, I should stand up for that. That makes it a lot easier. Cute design, honestly. Oh yeah. I also learned some trivia about the pastry. This is based on like tompus. Is like a pastry, like two pastries, with some food dye on top to make it pink, like you see, and in the middle is like bakery cream. I don't know what kind of it. It's like almost pudding. That's how thick the cream is, and it's just two slices of pastry and on top some pink food coloring. And it's really good if you're ever in the Netherlands. I recommend getting one. Random question I've been wondering for a second, but are you Dutch? Yes, I am. What gave it away? The Dutch supermarkets or the tompus? But I learned that the pastry is named after an actual person, and he was like 3 feet tall. He lived in the 1800s, and he was like a soldier, general, I think even. And they wanted to commemorate him, so someone decided to make a random pastry, name it after him. And it took off because people wanted to like honor this person, like literally fan merch of the time. And then it just became a part of the culture and haven't left yet. And I learned that and I was like, that's funny. That's actually hilarious. Yeah, let me take off my headphones so I can actually move around. My hair is a bit weird because it was greasy, so ignore that, please. Well, that in the bottom of the Discord called App Start. Yeah, that also. Because, the Discord bot is like an @ symbol, but in Dutch we call apenstaartje, meaning it's a monkey tail. And in Dutch, monkey is aapje, so it starts with an A. So it's the letter A with a monkey tail. I don't know. I wanted something that looked a little bit cuter. I don't know. I love eating pastries. Start to sound wrong. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so let's move this here. First up, we got a little pen. It's a light. I haven't put batteries in, but it's a pen in Minecraft style. It's really cute, and it's supposed to light up at the bottom back here, but I haven't put batteries. But it's so cute. And I got a whole bunch of socks. I picked these out myself. I was shopping with my mom the other day, and we found a store, and there's all these like fun socks. And you can probably tell I love plants. I love green. Oh wow, why is it not working as expected? So like I have apples. I think these are like coconuts with like flowers. These look like kiwis. And this one is just a bunch of plants. And this one is a bunch of plants too, but also it has pink. But I like that because I love fun socks, and also a lot of socks I had for years. And yeah, no, they're starting to get holes in them. More than the one you actually need. And my mom got me a custom whiskey glass with my name on it. And yes, it is wonky. That was like the whole point. That's why my mom picked this glass. It's a little bit wonky, and I like that. And my mom got me all sorts of decoration as well. Ooh, why is it stuck together? I need to put this together back. Yeah, I got, like, she put a lot of decoration around, so I just took this off the wall, and I'm like, yoink, I'm gonna put this in my office. Also, I put my my OBS on my second screen. I don't have to. I'm only using one screen today. So I yeah, I like this because it's really subtle, so I can hang it on the wall, and I like purple, so yeah. The box is a bit dead, but that arrived that way according to my mom. But I've got a box set of Alice Oseman books with the new covers that are all illustrated by her. For people who don't know Alice Oseman, if you heard of Heartstopper, the Netflix show, the comics based on that are written and drawn by Alice Oseman. And she also has written books. And now she remade a lot of covers for the UK edition. So instead of like a really sleek actually, covers that are just one color with like a small illustration on it and the name of the book, I can get one. I have only one of them. She illustrated the new covers. Let me get it actually. So like all of the books are in this style, like it's just the name of the book, the name of the author, and a small illustration, and just one color. There's some more here. And to be fair, I really like the vibe of that. But I also, I wanted to read all of her books. It's yellowed out because it sat on my top shelf, so the sun colored it. I wanted to read all of her books because I love Heartstopper and I love Loveless. It's about an asexual, aromantic main character. So yeah, I thought might as well get the box set of this. Did not realize Alice wrote Heartstopper. Yeah, she wrote and drew it. And look at it, like this is one of the covers as well. It's so pretty. I don't know what I have to say about that. Oh wow. I also put this on my wish list because on one website it was like $20 and I wanted it for forever. It's this the Tokyo Ghoul PS4 game. I know you can get it a lot cheaper as like a digital code, but I like having physical discs. And I cannot wait to play this. I'm super excited. It's so dumb. My aunt gave me cookies. These are gluten and lactose free. And they actually look so good. And was just really thoughtful that you, like, I asked for, like, on my invitation. Oh, when I go downstairs to get the stuff to make the boba, I'll get my invitation downstairs as well. But I sent out an invitation. And, well, you can, like, we have this thing in the Netherlands that was, like gift tip and then just an envelope just to say like if you want to have inspiration for a gift, please give me money. I don't know if that translates across cultures, but we do that. So I put that there. And usually when people give money, they give like something small next to it. And she went and got me gluten-free cookies. And it's so nice. So thoughtful. I don't know. It is I mean, you'd think it's just cookies, right? But it's not just cookies. And I got a bunch more books. I got the what is it, biography of Elliot Page. I've been wanting to read this for a long time. Then I got a book that I put on my wish list because I like the premise a lot. So this is about two trans kids that are in some forest area or whatever with a monster that only eats girls. And the main characters are a trans girl and a trans guy. And like the whole point is like, who is the monster gonna go after? And I was like, that's a really interesting premise. Because does the monster like go for girls because of biology or go for girls because of their energy, right? And how that's gonna tackle. This is, by the way, written by a trans author, so I'm comfortable with them exploring that. And I also got one of the League of Legends novel. And this is so pretty. Let me make sure that I don't knock off my drink. But this is the hardcover, so that means the dust jacket comes off. Also, these are the end pages. It's so pretty. Ugh. I don't know what this means, but it looks cool. Yeah, the dust jacket comes off. So there's just Viego's sword on the front. And it's shiny. And then the letters on the side are also shiny. But then the inside of the dust jacket has art. Like, that's so sick. So that's one reason why I wanted to get the hardcover. But also, there's this thing with the publishers changing the sizes of their paperbacks over time. So I often get the paperbacks and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be the same size as my other paperbacks because I kind of care about that. But then the publisher changes their paperback standards over the years, and then suddenly it's like slightly bigger and slightly higher, right? And that annoys me so much. But hardcovers tend to stay exactly the same, especially across publishers. And I also learned that the League of Legends novels, but also the Legends of Runeterra like lore book are exactly the same size. So if Riot is gonna release more novels, I know that if I get the hardcover, which is not even that much more expensive than the paperback anyway. In fact, for the Ambassa book, I think the hardcover was cheaper for me. They're gonna be the same size, same dimensions. Really important to me. Yeah, I'm really excited for this as well because I am really deep into League of Legends lore lately and I want to read more. And no, that does not have to do with the fact that Viego is a white-haired emo boy, okay? That's a coincidence. Let me show you a picture of them, and then you'll understand why I'm specifically calling it out. And I know it's like it's a massive meme in this channel that I. Oh, what the hell? Open image new tab. There we go. Like this is Viego. After showing us the Tokimeki game. Okay. Okay, that's kind of where my that's also a lie. Wow. So I thought Tokyo Ghoul was the origin of me liking white-haired emo anime twinks, right? And then I was talking about cartoons I loved when I was a kid with some people, and because in the Netherlands releases are a bit delayed by a few years, but also older cartoons stayed on longer. So, but also me being from the 2000s, I watched a lot of 90s shows and cartoons still. Despite a lot of people that are like a couple years older not having that at all, right? So I was talking with someone, and we were talking about 90s cartoons, but also early 2000s. And Danny Phantom. I started realizing, oh, Danny Phantom was the first one. And it started to dawn on me that made a lot of sense. So yeah, no, that's I called myself out from a fairly early age, but it does show, like, I was very young, so you don't really have like romantic or like otherwise attractional feelings. So that does mean that I'm also like attracted to the aesthetic of it, okay? Not just that they're hot, but also the aesthetic is just fire, okay? There's an early iteration of my feature with design that has white hair, or at least a white hair form, right? So that, yeah. Just for all of this is Diego, this is what the book is about. It was Sam and Amber that made me who I am, Weak the Golf Girl. Oh yeah, there is like this whole thing with, how do you call it? Where people are talking about, what was your bisexual awakening? And mine was just because I was literally confused. Like to the point, like, my whole thing was that I never understood that but I don't like boys more than girls. Doesn't mean I don't like either. Like, I don't feel different about boys than girls. I didn't know bisexual was an option until I was 14 and met a bisexual. And then she explained, because I didn't understand, and she explained it to me, and it immediately clicked, like, oh, that's okay, that works, that's me. But then I started thinking back, like, obviously I was bisexual my whole life. My first crush was the girl, was my best friend at the time, and then a different crush I had that I thought was a crush was not a crush. Happy birthday, Mr. Des, what the fuck are you on about? Okay, what? Just listen, okay? So I had this thing because I live in a society that just wants to push women to like men and men to like women, right? And I grew up as a woman because, like, once again, I didn't know trans was an option. So I always forced myself to like boys differently and put it in a different context. And I've learned that me really liking a person and wanting to be friends with them and feeling safe with them on a friend level, because I didn't have that a lot growing up because I was bullied a lot, and my only real friends was one guy that came out as bisexual but was bullied for being gay, right? But he was convinced he was straight until years later, and a bunch of girls. So I didn't have guy friends. So I confused me having a good time with them and liking being friends with them to being in love with them. So that's confusing. And the times I actually had a crush was like once on a guy, the bisexual guy in question, but mostly on girls. So then when the trend started coming on, like, hey, what was your bisexual awakening? And I was like, well, if I think back with 2020 hindsight, what was it, or what were signs, right? And yeah, that's like Sam from Danny Phantom, as well as Danny himself, right? And also like Toph from The Last Airbender. And really funny because I didn't even realize I like goth girls until I became emo goth-ish in my teens. Yeah, I definitely, if there was a show and it had like a goth girl side character, or like side, like not main character but side main, I was like them. And I never knew what it was, but definitely it was also like aesthetics and also the breaking out of gender norms. I tend to have the preference for that. But also that, it's crazy. Yeah, I like both. And like, there's probably also a reason why I wasn't a big shipper in my early days because I didn't want them to be in a relationship with each other. Because I kind of wanted to be in a relationship with them. And preferably both of them at the same time, right? That's how I looked at things. I was self-inserting myself, apparently. I was like a romance denier. I did not like fully focused romance stories. I didn't read romance books. I didn't watch romance videos. If there was romance in a series and it was taking the upper hand, I often quit the series or like started watching it absentmindedly while I'm on my phone, right? Until I didn't anymore. And now I'm older, I'm actually liking romance. And I figured out that's because I didn't like straight romance. I didn't like straight romance or romance between cis people. So if it's like, if there's one trans person involved and it's like man and woman, that gets me. But I've also become a lot more, a lot better at headcanoning characters as bisexual. But I'm weird. I'm ranting. I was showing my birthday presents and now I'm talking about being bisexual. My dumbass was generally scared of interacting with boys as a kid because of how people always viewed and commented male-female friendships. And so I just never interacted with any in the sphere of unknown. And I found out I was one. So yeah, that sure happened. Yeah, that sounds about right. I came out as non-binary, a bit more leaning on the boyish side, but that was also like a really eye-opener because I liked girly stuff to a certain degree. Like there was like a cutoff point. Like I liked just like gossiping and stuff, but I didn't like the mean girl part of it. I liked dressing up nicely and talking about like skincare, but the whole dolling up, that was my boundary. But also I liked hanging out with the guys and building like Legos and playing on the PlayStation. I grew up in a very heavy gendered thing. Like I wanted the PlayStation for a long time and I was afraid to ask for it because it was a boy thing. And I probably wouldn't have gotten it because my parents are great. But I also didn't want my friends to think I was a boy or like question it. I was weird. But I did like to go over to my best friend's house and just play with Legos and play GTA and yeah. Like I'm both without the extremes. No offense, but you are kind of a boy, Ezzy. I mean, sure, you're not only a boy, but still. Yeah, that's like I'm non-binary, but that doesn't mean that I'm like a secret third thing, right? I hover somewhere in the middle, but a little bit more to the boy side. If that makes sense. Like if you have man, you have woman, I am somewhere around here. Boys with Legos, girlies with skincare, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Exactly. Like I saw this TikTok trend. Let me look it up. Where someone was like saying like, oh, this is how your room looks based on your zodiac sign, but it had a boy and a girl version. And my room, and ironically, was a combination of both. Let me find it. Did I put it in share or memes? I put it in share. Open link. Oh wait, I can just open Discord. I fixed that, I remember. Well, oh no, I cannot open Discord. Open, okay. So it said like, get the hell out of here. Okay, so this Taurus women, trippy room for my trippy girls. I have like RGB everywhere. I have like all these tapestries and like these fake plants and everything. Purple is my favorite color. But I don't have it quite this extreme, right? And then the male version is like more tapestries, but more natural light, and other random stuff. Like I have a guitar in my room. I haven't played it in a decade, but it's still there. It's just chilling there. It's like my actual bedroom is like a combination of both of these, and I just found it so funny. Isn't Taurus a geometric shape? No, that's a Taurus. Sorry. I've never heard of that, actually. Yeah, I just found that really funny because it's really affirming. Like, oh, I'm not crazy. It's not that I'm confused. I literally fit in certain stereotypes of both genders. in a lot of things, I also don't fit in any of them, right? Kind of a mathematical word for donut. Oh, that's cool, actually. What else do I have? Oh, speaking of bisexuality, the color of this should not surprise you. This is a cover for my Xbox controller. Why not? You mean that the color shouldn't surprise you? Let me show you. Let me show you this Wikipedia page. I meant a donut? Okay. Why wouldn't the donut do math? What? What are you talking about? That was not what I was saying. Donut have math? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm confused now. But yeah, I got a Xbox controller cover. So it's really cool. My ADHD meds are wearing off. I can't follow all conversations at once. I mean, I can't with the meds either, but I can shut up about it. You're fine. You're good. Oh yeah. And my grandma gave me some shower gel. I don't know. I found it really sweet. Like she tried. She's very old. She's turning 90 in June or July. I mean, there are probably places where they put masks on donuts. Not entirely above table, but hey, whatever. Oh, and this is also really funny because my dad, he told me the story. He's like, "Oh, there's a story attached to this." And I was struggling to open this, so he was like, "Oh no, you just have to get the top." And I was just confused because I was like, "This doesn't look like it's supposed to open here." And it doesn't look like it has opened before. So like, what the fuck have you put into it? But apparently it was a closed box that is just like a gift box. Like, oh, it says "You're my sunshine." And there's like candy in it, right? There's like candy in it. But because there's no ingredients on it, my dad was like worried that I wasn't allowed to have most of these. But I think they're fine. I don't think there's like lactose in candy, but whatever. And he put, like, I'm not gonna show you the front of it because there's a code. There is I got a movie pass for my parents, and this has like the code in it. And he snuck that in here by just making like a little tear in the bottom. You cannot see because it's so overexposed. He put a small tear in the bottom so he could put it in. And he was like almost dying laughing at the breakfast table. I bet someone found a way to put lactose in candy. Yeah, but I mean just like regular candy. I don't know. Put this back in. Well, I give up. I also got a yoga mat. Because, like I said, my muscles are bad, my joints are painful, so I do stretches every day. And yeah, so I got my own yoga mat. I've been using my mom's for a while, and that one is just, it's like the weirder shade of blue. Like, I don't mind blue, but it's like a really stupid shade of blue. And it's also like falling apart. Now I've got one for myself. It's like purple. Ugh. And it has moons on it. So I'm really happy with it. Why is it like bend over that way? What the hell? So I'm like really happy with it. And because this one is like actually normal size. It doesn't roll up to be gigantic. Oh, those are moons? I thought it was eyes. Yeah, those are moons. I love moons. I love moons a lot. That's just my aesthetic. But like, it rolls up to be super small. So I can put it in like a corner of my room, right? Like the other one, it rolls up to be at least like this wide. Because it doesn't say rolled. It's really annoying. Oh, and I got panda basket. I always have like random stuff everywhere, so I just need baskets. Random thought, what if moon is eye, which you just can tell because it's big? You know what does look like an eye? Certain pictures of like solar systems. Yeah, and then the coolest thing, because like I had art commissioned by a friend of mine. This is like a small printout. It's so overexposed, but I put this on my invites as well, and my mom wanted the file, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. Like you can see, it's like over there on like a poster. Oh. And I was like, oh, that's probably gonna be used for that, because my dad always makes a poster, and I'm really glad I had the art, because that means that he doesn't take an embarrassing picture to use as a poster for my birthday. But I figured out why she did that. Because she had the art printed onto a blanket. Like, look at this shit. It's so cool. Like, the fact that it kept all the details without being blurry feels insane to me. To be fair, Nick drew this on like a gigantic canvas. I thought it was Ezzy at first, it's blanket. I mean, it is me on the art. I thought it was Ezzy. Oh, it's just an Ezzydesu. No, it's not a Daki. You're not, unless I have an OC or something, you're not gonna get a Daki from me for merch anytime. At least not from like my character that is like representing me. If I have a different OC, maybe. Yeah, no, my mom made it into a blanket, and Nick was ecstatic because he was like, that's so cool. Dakimasu? What do you mean? No, dakimakura is body pillows, and usually they're kind of lewd, and also like the implication what people do with dakis. Oh yeah, I'm not against dakis, and I'm really respecting people that make them, especially with their own characters, and especially if those characters look like them or are meant to represent them. But I'm not comfortable with being something that's either looking like me or representing me directly. Oh, itadakimasu. Close. That's what you say. Yeah. No, I never said no because I'm not against it. Yeah, I got like such a soft blanket, and it's like super fluffy on the inside. I'm so happy with it. Like my mom said, like for certain milestones, she likes to buy jewelry for people. But I don't really wear jewelry. Like I'm wearing this necklace, but I've owned this necklace for probably 10 years. Haven't worn it in years until like last week. Like that shows how much like I like jewelry. But I want that for my blanket. I find it so, if someone has a dakima whatever of me, I just wouldn't ever want to see it. That too. But there's also a thing where people buy dakimakuras of their friends. Just for the funds, right? For the memes. Yeah, the whole thing with body pillows, like the whole thing that is a pillow that you snuggle with already has like some sort of connotations. And especially if the art on it is kind of lewd. And then there's also just the thing that people actually do with those pillows. Like the degens, right? So... Oh, and because I... Hold on, let me take a look. Just need to make sure that my YouTube stream isn't dying again. Stream how? Yeah, no, nothing's dying. Oh, thank you for the bits. I saw it before the notification came in. Yeah, it's on my face. Thank you for the Barson sticker. Happy birthday! Thank you so much. I'm just having fun over here. Wow, you probably placed it to be on my face. Was there something else I had? Oh yeah. To go with the yoga mat, I also got yoga blogs. Thank you for the Google. Thank you for the googly eyes. Yeah, I also got yoga blogs, and I used to do yoga when I was like 15 or something. Thank you, Murphamber. I used to do yoga when I was like 15, and we had like these foam blocks. Let me, like this, yeah. And we had foam blocks, but something new that came on the market is like cork blocks that look a little bit more grip. They're a little bit heavier, so I was like, oh, let's go for that. Also more sustainable, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna try that. But yeah, yoga blocks are amazing, especially for the types of stretches I need to do. That's the stuff that goes in wine bottles. That too. And also you can have cork boards where you can just pin things on. Yeah, I also got that for my mom. Yeah, I had a great birthday. And it was like a lot of good gifts. Let me place them all back on here. I don't even know what music is playing, but I just have like, because I listen to this playlist regularly, I have one of the songs just in my head right now. I can be trusted with stuff because for some reason I wonder what the block tastes like. Why would you? Also going to be sus a little bit by saying to follow the eyes on you blanket look like boobs on the thumbnail. I clicked so fast. What the fuck? That must be the craziest comment that I've heard so far about the blanket. That's funny. Please don't. It's unstable. I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, that's a crazy comment. Okay, I need to put these back on a like a good stack, so I don't break them, because they look so nice. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like birthday decoration, right? I can just hang this up in my office. Like, whether you see it on stream or not, it doesn't even matter. So when I'm done doing that, I'm gonna get the stuff so we can make the boba, or at least attempt to. Yeah. So I need the kettle. I need the kettle, I need ice cubes, I need several containers. Why is this so hard? What the hell happened? What the fuck? Okay, hold on, it fits the team? Yeah, exactly! I'm gonna sit down, because it's a little harder for it to be dangling. It's wrapped around it. That fixed a whole bunch. Okay, that fixed most of it. Ice cube. Why do you need a wrapper? No, ice cubes. Like the actual ice cubes. Wow, why am I struggling? Oh, by the way, have any of you watched the new Doctor Who? Because the latest episode, episode 3, that aired this Saturday, there was a sequel on a rapper. No, you're such a troll. You're all such trolls. But the latest episode is a sequel to an older episode from the 10th Doctor era, Midnight. And it's such a good episode. It's such a cool way for them to bring back an old monster. Or like an old... they didn't necessarily bring back the monster. They just brought back the planet. It was such a nice Doctor Who, the one with the Daleks, right? Yes, but there hasn't been any Daleks this season. And to be fair, I did hear something for that. Russell T Davies did it on purpose because he wanted a new flavor for this series. Not really rely on time tested of Doctor Who villains. And I kind of respect that because he's doing a great job, especially in series 2. But I'm clearly missing the fact that seasons were like 13 episodes long, and now they're just 8. And I felt like in the old episodes there was a lot more like silly time between the Doctor and the companion, and now it's more like a 45-minute movie with some continuation. And like Star Trek, which always find a way to bring back the Borg since TNG. I mean, Daleks and Cybermen have been brought back so many times over the years to the point that it became annoying. But to the point like I binged pretty much all of it in one go. So I kind of like it that he's trying to do something different. But also, I just like how Russell T Davies is just making a point of making the whole thing a bit more inclusive. In like the subtle ways, like the way it should be. Like not the thing where people are calling like, oh, it's just trying to be woke, but it's like being inclusive in a good way. Well, people found it a bit forced when Donna's daughter was trans. And also mixed race, right? But I thought they handled it really well. To the point like cis white men can handle that, right? But also the actress who played Rose Noble, she is also in Heartstopper, so she's great. She is a really good actress. But like I think, unless I'm misremembering, when the Doctor first meets Belinda, the new or like first meets in a conversation the Doctor and Belinda had, Belinda as a new companion, he asked about a partner, and he went like, do you have a girlfriend back home? Boyfriend? Like, going with girlfriend first and not like as an afterthought, like, oh yeah, that's also an option, is like really nice. Because it, unless you're tuned into that, you don't really notice, but it's like such a small thing that just, I don't know, I like. And in the latest episode, like, this is not a spoiler, but one of like the characters inside of like the world they're in, like they travel to different places, right? And they have like a main cast for that episode. One of them was deaf, and like the deafness did play a part, only slightly. Like it was mentioned to be relevant, but no, it's not a spoiler for it to know that one of the characters is deaf. Like the way they wrote it was like, oh, because she's deaf, then that's because XYZ didn't happen to her. That wasn't the case either. It's like, it wasn't that they were using her deafness as a storytelling tool, but it still made it relevant in a way without it being like plot related. And it was just really nice. And also the cool thing, like, because it was like a futuristic episode, they had like these in real time transcriber holograms. That's why they wouldn't listen when I screamed at the TV. Why are you screaming at your TV, Breeze? You sound like an elderly man. No, but how do you call it? But they have these holograms that if you start talking, they transcribe what you're saying in real time. So you basically have in real time subtitles, IRL. And that was just really cool. Hi Natalie, welcome in, welcome in. I kind of just like that. I can't wait to be an elderly man. Okay, well that's up to you, I guess. What's that? I showed everything, right? Yeah. What do I There was something else I wanted to do before heading downstairs to get the stuff for the Boba. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. My brain is currently like freezing. I don't want to be hobbling the street on stick, yelling at kids about how good the 80s were. I mean, to be fair, I'm 25. I'm already yelling at kids that they don't remember the 2000s. Also, I've been joking with friends at some point, like, oh, I absolutely cannot date someone who wasn't alive when 9/11 happened. And well, I cannot remember 9/11, so that, like, that would just be a bit, I would say, not actually do. But, I did realize, like, some things, like, oh, there are people that are within my reasonable dating pool that are younger than YouTube. Or, like, one of my favorite shows that came out was iCarly, and I think it was, like, 2007. And well, and it's like, oh, they were, like, a toddler when I was watching that show, right? I don't... It just feels weird to me. But on the other hand, I've dated people that would have the exact same idea with me. Like, I would still be learning how to do multiplication tables, and they would be in high school, right? Because, wow, my voice is dying. I don't know what's happening. Because, like, 5 years is a long time. I think, well, the biggest age gap I had was 4 years. But if you're young, 4 years is a lot. Once you get older, like, 4 years is not that much. But it's still weird to, like, think about it. Like, oh my god, when this show came out and I watched that avidly, and, like, it's a teen show, you were still a toddler. You need some tea or something? No, I don't know what happened. Hydrate? Well, let's take, like, drink some actual water. Man, Twitter is giving me so much anxiety for the fact that that one tweet is starting to blow up, right? Or, like, has blown up. Like, 665,000 views. Luckily, I'm not getting every single reply in quote or tweet anymore, but... I don't know, I feel so anxious currently. Oh, speaking of Doctor Who, they revealed that the finale... Okay, one thing I saw myself, because their whole thing is that they cannot go back to the date that they left. Like, the Doctor picked up Belinda, and they cannot go back to her original time. And it kind of, like, hinted, like, Doomsday, whatever. But that date is May 25th, 2025. The penultimate episode of Doctor Who comes out on May 25th, 2025, which is really cool. But the finale is a two-parter again. And they revealed that the finale will be, first of all, screened on the same day, on the same time on Disney Plus as the BBC. Before, like, it... Right now, it just releases at midnight UK time. And then it airs on the BBC at, like, 6 p.m. the same day. But now it's gonna release on Disney Plus the same time as the BBC. And it's gonna be shown in cinemas. So... my thing is... either this is, like, gonna be something really, really fucking epic that they just want to show at all times and, like, just have everyone see it at the same time. Or something is gonna happen that is gonna be such a big spoiler that they don't want people to already have been spoiled by the time the official BBC broadcast comes around 18 hours later. And a lot of people are speculating that Nishudi is gonna, like, regenerate. Which would suck because... ever since, well, the 10th Doctor, every Doctor got 3 seasons. Albeit, somewhere a bit shorter, but they got 3 seasons. So yeah, he just got here. Exactly. Like he, at the end of this, he will have 17 episodes. 18. Yeah, because he will have both seasons, so 16 episodes. Then the Christmas special on Ruby Road. And then to this year's Christmas special. Well, no, he won't. If he regenerates in like next month, he won't have a second Christmas special. And he was in the Giggle, the 60th special. So he will have 17 and a half episodes. That's not much, considering that before every season was 13 episodes plus the specials. So he got like a season and a half. But on the other hand, like they already blindsided us with the Bi generation. So it's also entirely possible that David Tennant is gonna come back and I don't want to have that spoiled. But if, okay, I do have to give it to them though. If he does regenerate, that would be a crazy surprise, because beforehand, you would always, like, I wasn't part of the fandom, but you would always kind of like hear about the new Doctor well before the first episode. Like, you just know they would cast, right? And also because you kind of expected like a regeneration to come up anyway. But if they pull it off and Nishuti regenerates, they had the craziest surprise. Wondering when we got an Asian doc next? Man, we had, well, they didn't do Jodie and Nishuti back to back because that would have angered a lot of people. Despite people not liking the fact that David Tennant came back for his second Doctor, I think it was for the best, because people already tried to, like, I don't know, be asshats about Doctor Who because they had a female Doctor. Very weird. But we had the first female Doctor, then we had the return of David Tennant, and then we had the first Black Doctor, also played by queer actor. So if they would put an Asian or like a non-binary actor as the next Doctor, Twitter will be on fire. The Doctor Who YouTubers will be unbearable. Like, there's a subset that is like super conservative, not just conservative in the traditional sense, but also conservative of like old Who's best, right? And there's like a subset of people that are like super progressive, because Doctor Who has always kind of promoted that message, especially it's its revival. But yeah, if they would basically, if the Shriek would be the first female Doctor, the return of David Tennant, the first Black Doctor, and then something else, that would be insane. But the surprise will be crazy, considering especially there have been a lot of rumors that they're not renewing Doctor Who, or like the next season is gonna be delayed, like 3rd season, even though Rusty Davies has talked about it a lot, that he has plans for like a 3rd season and beyond, right? Were like rumors that it's like not getting renewed or not right away, and people were worried about that. And especially because we got a lot of things from this season were leaked, like not the plot, but like Belinda being a new companion was leaked at some point, to the point, because Disney was not addressing it, that they thought that Ruby, like the actress for Ruby, got fired. And people start painting her as a bad person. I don't know what happened there. She's in the next episode, by the way. She's not gone. She's still in the show. It still sucks that she only got 1 season, though. I hate people hating on shit because it's woke. I get that there would be too much, but usually it is not. I can still hear people bitching about Star Trek having gay people. Listen, bro, Star Trek was woke day 1. There was a black woman officer on the bridge. For fuck's sake, I'm so angry at some Trekkies for being oblivious idiots. Wow, you went all of that. No, I completely feel you, because I can tell when they're trying to force something in just to have it in there, and also trying to make up for like the non-inclusiveness of the past. And I get annoyed by that too, even though I still value every bit of inclusion, even if it is on the problematic side. Because I rather have it exist in a bad way than not exist at all. The thing that, like, people are so mad about Heartstopper being so popular, despite Heartstopper not even getting renewed for a 4th season, despite being one of the most popular romance things on Netflix for the last few years. Like, the graphic novels are insanely popular. The show was insanely popular, but they didn't even renew it for a 4th season. They decided to go make it into a movie. But people are so upset, like, but Netflix always cancels the lesbian shows. Like, yeah, we are aware that's a problem, but why are you being angry at the gays getting their own show that's at some point successful, and they're not even renewing it for a final season, they are renewing it for a movie. Like, come on. Like, why are you mad at fellow gays? This is not a zero-sum thing. The fact that queer media exists, is popular, and even popular on the mainstream, is a good thing for everyone. Yes, it sucks that lesbians are notoriously getting cancelled after 1 season. And there's also a thing where lesbians don't have wholesome stories, and they usually die at the end, or at least one of them dies at the end. Like the whole bury your gays phrase comes from that. And yes, it's a problem, because Netflix made a show called First Kill, and it was an adaptation of a short story of one of my favorite authors, V. Swap. But they never renewed it for a 2nd season, even though it was about a lesbian vampire, a lesbian vampire hunter, and enemies to lovers. It was super tropey. It was not great, but people were also angry about it being bad. And I'm like, why is it not allowed to be bad? Like, the straights have bad things all the time. Like, most of straight media sucks. But the normal people, the general public was complaining, but it's a bad show. Like, yeah, you have bad things too. The lesbians are complaining it's a bad show. Well, I hate to be the stereotype. I am be grateful Netflix picked up something at all. Like, there was something made. Because you cannot get a masterpiece on the first try, because nobody in Hollywood knows how to write these characters. It's simple as that. Straights have a lot of that. Yeah, exactly. And that show was actually written fairly decently, even though it was based on a short story and it was expounded on. It was just, yeah. Also, hi Babu. I haven't said hi yet. But yeah, I can rant about it a long time. But also when shows like Lucifer are very open about sexual fluidity. Like, one of the main cast, she was a demon, and there's also a problem with non-human characters being queer. But one of the main characters was bisexual. I think even Lucifer was bisexual, right? And it was done really logically. It just fit right in. I'm bisexual, and I'm usually very vigilant on representation on that, because that's also very rare and usually very sexualized. But they implemented, and it felt very natural, and I didn't even realize, wait, she is bisexual. That's actually a fucking big deal, because it just worked so well. I don't know, awkward timing, it's okay, yeah. Holly would be like, she lesbians gaily down the stairs. Yeah, exactly. Oh, if you want to watch a really good show with the two main characters being lesbians in a relationship, they're not falling in love, they were already in a relationship and had kids, The Fosters. It's the executive producer on that show is Jennifer Lopez. Which is insane to me, but it's basically about two lesbian moms. One of the lesbian moms was in a previous relationship, married to a man, had a kid, but now they're basically co-parenting between the couples. And they also fostered and then adopted two other kids, and then the show starts when they foster this girl that just got off juvie. And it has how many seasons? 5 seasons or something? Or 8 seasons? I don't remember. And it is such an inclusive show, and it just baffled me that I've never heard of it. Especially because Jennifer Lopez was the executive producer on it, like crazy. But also, it first aired in 2013. Like, that just baffled me. Like, that just existed. But yeah, like, the two main characters, or like part of the main characters, are lesbian moms. One of them is black. And one of them has a journey to becoming more butch and coming to terms like, I don't want to look like a dyke. And two of the kids are Hispanic. Callie deals with the whole foster system and going to juvie and criminal records and stuff. And they have like, there's at some point this one character, like, because Callie ends up in a girl home, and because the system is really bad and not really inclusive and caring of young people, she came into that home with a trans guy pre-transition, like short hair and everything, but hasn't been able to start testosterone. And like they really showed that. Because at first they showed that trans character the way a lot of people try to portray trans people, like they're manic, they're crazy, they're just delusional, and they clearly need mental help. Because that's how Callie looked at that character. But then they get to know each other and they start talking and they start explaining, and then that whole vibe just shifts. And they become a recurring character. And further down the line, there's another trans character that you don't know is trans until much later. I'm like, it's so nice. Damn, learned a lot today. Yeah. Happy birthday. Thank you, Puss. Puss? Is that how I say it? But yeah. There's all these smaller things. And the one gripe I have is because I also got a spin-off. That, despite it being so inclusive, and like you have someone who comes out of the closet is gay and figures that out, and like because he's like 12, 13, so that's he's really young, coming to terms with all of that. The biggest gripe I have is that the main characters are painfully straight. Like Callie is painfully straight, but she does get in a relationship with a trans guy. But to be fair, for that kind of works affirming that she's painfully straight, because she still dates him and like figures things out despite feeling insecure. But she's feeling insecure not because she is questioning whether she will like being involved with him, but because she wants to do it right for him and wants to make sure he feels good. But then the other character, like the main sister that is mostly in the picture, Mariana, she's also very straight. And in the spin-off, which is even more queer exclusive, like there's a polyamorous character, multiple polyamorous characters, someone who realizes they're bisexual. One of the characters Callie hooks up with is bisexual, and he's dealing with like, oh, I'm having an open relationship with my boyfriend so I can see other people, and then he juggles that, and that boyfriend is like really like painfully gay, like he is like just man in a specific way, which is also really funny. But with the contrast of Callie and Mariana being so straight, I kind of get it because of the time frame the first show started and the character progression. Like they couldn't just turn them non-straight for the further seasons, right? Because that would have made sense because they had so many character progressions and stuff. So to have the main character be white and straight is kind of understandable, because that can help people that wouldn't otherwise watch something very inclusive watch it, right? Because there's just like, if you have a very I'm straight unless it's low-key or Lucifer, that's a mood. That's a freaking mood. Well, I'm not straight, but like I see that and I see what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, if you have like a very inclusive show with a lot of diversity and like skin tones, backgrounds, philosophy, but also sexuality and everything. If the main character is like a person of color or like a non-binary person or a trans person versus just a white straight person, like even if the whole show is exactly the same, with exactly the same characters, but in both universes, like they swapped out, like in one universe it's like a black non-binary trans masked person, or you have a white straight girl. The whole vibe shifts for people that would even attempt to watch it, despite the shows being exactly the same. Yeah, but the exact same amount of characters of all sorts. And I get that, make it more accessible, but it just, I don't know. They were so good at talking about like justice systems and how badly foster children are treated and the harm it brings them, and that like the foster system is often the reason that these kids end up in juvie. Like, it was such a good watch, but it was just short of like perfect. Like doing what you preach kind of thing. I don't know. That's just my rant. I don't know. So what I want to do, I don't know what's happening here though. I want to go run an ad while I grab the stuff for the bubble tea, for the boba. Because I need a couple things and I need to get them, and then we can attempt to make the boba. And I have no idea if that will succeed at all. So I'm gonna run an ad. I'll be back in a bit. I mean, it also gives you guys time to get something to eat, drink, stretch your legs, because I've been yapping for 2 hours. Where is my quick actions? Okay, well, see you guys in a bit. Let me turn on the music. That might also be worth it for you guys. Yeah, you're back. Hi, I'm back. I got everything, I think. But I need to eat a few bites of my thingy, because I'm getting kind of peckish. Do I eat with cam on? You're back? Yes. This time unmuted. I've checked. But I need to eat a bit, because even just a few bites. For the people wondering, this is potato and egg salad. Hi, back. I'm Bellio. Mukbang streaming it, yeah. I had late breakfast and I wasn't hungry before stream, so I haven't had lunch. Now it's dinner time. So I'm now feeling great. One more. It's really good. I need to take a few more bites. It's so hot in my room. And I don't know whether it's just the outside weather or just the fact that my PC is just heating up space. Enjoy the food, thank you. Okay. I already boiled the water. So that wouldn't be annoying on the mic, because the thing is loud as fuck. And I'm gonna make some room here so I can actually do the things I need to do. Because I have a table here, but it's, yeah, I have 34 degrees outside today. Wait, you're still on holiday? Because if it's 34 degrees over in Germany, I'm gonna hate everything. Place my keyboard there. And we get rid of my desk mat. No, back to work. It's 34 degrees in Germany. What is the temperature here? 21, luckily. Working weather, exactly. Oh, I hope this summer will not be as brutal as previous summer because I just couldn't be in my office during the day. So that was rough. So that meant less streams, but also less videos because I just couldn't edit during the day. Southwest Germany to living in the hottest region in Germany. Makes sense, makes sense. Fair enough. Okay, because I'm probably gonna upload this bit to my second channel. Let's start out. Okay, so we're gonna make boba tea with a matcha bubble tea kit. I don't know if it's gonna taste any good, but I've got my stuff. Like, this is the box with the instructions. This is the powder that will make the tea. This is these are the boba. It's very slimy. And I got a straw. But to make this, I need boiling water, ice water, another container to make the tea in, and another container to put everything together. Boba tea? Boba tea? I don't know how to say it. You got this? I got this. So I got a glass, which I hope will be big enough, considering this is the size of the straw. I hope so. And I got ice. And I got another container. I don't know if I need one this big, but hey. We need to do something, right? So I need to heat this up inside. I need to heat this up inside of boiling water. So I can just, like, I don't know. Let me set aside 150 milliliters first. Yeah, 150. Okay, this is gonna be dangerous. Okay, that's a little bit more, but that's okay. For the tea itself. And then I can use the rest in here. Okay. I dripped something on myself. But that's fine. Let me put the contact box down on the floor again so I don't accidentally spill water on it. And short circuit the entire house. Okay. I need to set a timer for... That's a stopwatch. 3 minutes. That's how long this needs to heat up. Okay. So we're doing that. And then microwave instructions. This is hard. This is stressful. No, it's not hard, but it's stressful because these instructions are not that straightforward. It's just tea and you dip the balls in there. No, it's a bit more complicated. That's a time to cook Jessie cup. But this one, yeah, it's also very old. Okay. Mix tea powder with 150 milliliter of water. Stir till it dissolves. Okay. So we need to open this packet. Do I have scissors? I have! Oh, I'm actually sort of prepared this time around. So I can just cut off the top. That's... The packet is so cute though. Look at how cute it is. Ugh. Wow. I want to say scissoring is hard, but that's not what I wanted to say. Please forget I even attempted to say that. Oh, it smells good. It smells very sweet though. I have to say, matcha has an interesting color. Like in the West, we wouldn't even touch anything if like edible if it was this color. for a long time. Obviously, matcha has been around in Asia for a long time, but yeah, I feel you judging, Natalie. Okay, so that's the tea. And that's supposed to go in the glass with ice cubes. So I'll clean it later. So I'm just gonna pour it in the glass, put in some ice cubes. Yeah, I'm not quite understanding why I need to heat it up and then cool it down again. And it's not so it would dissolve better, because in the other version you need to dissolve it before you put it in the microwave and then you cool it down. Like you just need to heat it up for some reason. So I'm gonna put in like a whole bunch of... Ow! That was hot. Not my best idea. Be gentle. Dissolve it? Nah. That's not the case. I'm just gonna put in a whole bunch of these. Let's hope it actually cools it down. Let's hope for the best. Don't hurt yourself. It was just a splatter. Oh, this is done now. Okay. Let me put this to the side so I don't spit it. You know, and now I just hope that this is gonna taste good. Okay. Now, I need to take it out of here. I haven't thought that through. Well, Chad. I brought extra spoons. I'm very happy. I would have poured the ice and then pour it. Yeah, but you think I think things through. Okay, this is very hot. Where's the scissors? There's the scissors. Okay. Cold drinks or nothing? I wonder why they specifically say that you have to cool it down and not that you can optionally like drink it hot. If there's like some process that occurs when you heat it up and then cool it down again. Okay, I cannot show you this because that's... Oh, maybe I can. No, I need 2 hands to do this. It's so slimy. It's so slimy. What the hell? Meep, 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 meep. Oh, well, I had to cool this down first, but I forgot that, and I already did half this. It specifically told you to get the pearls out of the bag and cool them down in ice water and then put them in there. But I am just gonna break the rules. I don't know if that's gonna fuck up anything. Some herbal chemical reactions, probably. It is. Ugh. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna stir so the bubbles go down. If you look at it, if I stir, you see that there's like one pile of them. Rules are meant to be broken. Exactly. It's actually cooling down quite quickly. I'm impressed by that. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for like a minute. And then we're gonna try it. Stairway to Heaven? Yeah. I don't want to pull it. I don't have a trash bag in my trash can. So this is all like dirty. I can make it work. So like I like how convoluted it is, and it's probably easy if you just make it in the kitchen. But like I have a bowl full of ice. I have a bowl half full with, well, not even half full, with a bottom of boiling water. And I still have to wait until I can drink it. To be fair, it's actually, I'm impressed. probably needed a bigger cup. So I could put in more ice, because the ice is melting quite quickly. To be fair, they did specify that you had to put in 150 milliliters of water, which is not a lot. And they probably accounted for the fact that the ice needs to melt to cool it down, but it would water it down more as well. Not gonna lie, the color, not bad. I'm gonna let this sit for a second. Eat some more tofu salad. Boba version, yeah. To be fair, I have some boba. Like the pearls, but you still have to like... They're still dry, so you need to still boil them. But I didn't have the right tea. But because I've tried a lot of them, I might just make some iced tea myself. Just to try the pearls. If this is any good, and I have 3 of them, 3 packets. I will also try one in the microwave, and I will try one without letting it cool down. And see how that tastes and like compare it in my own time, by the way, because I'm not gonna do the whole microwave thing downstairs while I'm streaming upstairs. If they're all quite good, I want to try out the other flavors of this. Because, yeah, I'm just curious. I like boba. Like, I wouldn't drink it every day. Aside from the fact that it has 1 million calories. But I like it as a concept drink, and it's like really interesting. Oh, I'm worried about my disk space. Hold on. Ooh, I have only 200 gigabytes free on my external hard drive. That's slightly worrying. Let me grab this. I'm so lost in my own hard drive. That's so crazy, and I kind of embarrassing. Oh, I absolutely love something about Windows 11, because you can have tabs in your Windows Explorer. So if you're looking through your folders, you can have multiple tabs open. If I knew that, I would have moved to that so long ago, because it would have saved me so much time. That's so many old VODs, even from 2023 still. The original VODs. Feels low-key insane to me. Like a window tab? Yeah. Like, obviously you could have multiple windows. But that's annoying. But now you can have a tab, so you can still full screen the application. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Exactly. What can I delete? I don't want to delete things willy-nilly, but I'm also kind of scared. Okay, well, I can delete that stream, I think. Oh man, this is stressing me out. Do I need that much to record another hour? can I move something from this to another? Wait, recordings. Oh yeah, I can delete a bunch of recordings. Only those two. Well, that's not helpful. Oh, never mind. I hope that helps. The day I found out I can use window tab, man, it was mind blown. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, sorry for the slowness here. It didn't change anything. I just deleted a bunch of things and it still says I have the same amount of space free. I'm getting a call. Sorry about that. I was muted. Sorry. My little brother, he wants to sell his PC or parts of it because he needs money. He is not really using it, and it's a good PC. He has a lot of similar parts as me, so he wanted to know if he could sell it somewhere. And I was like, well, you shouldn't go to a store and sell the parts because they're gonna give you peanuts for all of it. The best is to just sell it as a whole. And probably target audience will be like a 13-year-old or something that wants his first gaming PC and the parents have no idea what they're doing. So getting a pre-built custom PC is not bad. And I told him like, hey, I'm streaming. Can we discuss this? Tonight? Tomorrow? Not right now? But he is good meaning. But yeah, I understand what he means. But I need to help him with that. Yeah, he was like, wasn't there like a gaming store in our town? Like, no, it's not anymore. Like, oh yeah, I want to sell my PC. Like, no, don't do that there. But it's done. I think it's cooled off. It's not cold, but it's like whatever. I don't think I can fit in any more ice cubes. I will clean it up later. Let's get in the straw. It's a paper straw in paper packaging. And I fuck with that. Like, just for the aesthetics alone. So, itadakimasu. I tipped the glass and I poured it over myself. I'm an idiot. I'm used to being able to do that because there's plastic on top of it. I'm such an idiot. Okay, well, let's try that again. You know, this is great. It looks like boba tea. Does it taste like? Yeah, surprisingly. What's floating in here? I don't even want to know. Yeah, I see now why they wanted you to cool down the bubbles. What do you mean surprisingly? What did you do to it? Because it's a make it at home kit with like little sachets of the stuff that you have to dissolve. I didn't expect much of it. It's like a few euros or something. And I can make 3 of these glasses with it. But you know, not bad actually. It's a very similar consistency as some boba I had when we were in Amsterdam for the Trash Taste show. To be fair, this is matcha and that was Queen's Taro. But like the base flavor, yeah, 100%. Really nice. The bubbles are getting stuck in the straw. Yeah, I think listening to the instructions is not a bad idea. But to be fair, when you do the microwave version, you dissolve it in cold water. Oh no, you dissolve it in boiling water. Then you add the boba to the cup. Then you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then you add ice. So in this situation, you still ice everything together. But I still wonder if you would ice the boba before putting it inside of here and ice that. Honestly. I don't mind. It's really nice. If you have this in your town and you want to make boba for quite cheap, worth it. It's not that much work. I made it more convoluted than it is, but I actually like it. I would rate the taste 7 out of 10. It's a bit watery because the ice cubes completely melted, but hey. What do you want of it? I'm not gonna drink the whole thing in one go. Let me put this back in the box. And there's a little tray. It's really cute. Fair? Yes. Something's stuck in my teeth. Very annoying. Well, hold on. Really annoying. Didn't get it. I have this like little brace in the back of my teeth. Back like retainers? Is that what? Yeah. Like those wire retainers. It's really annoying because sometimes things just get stuck. Yeah, I'm digging this. A little bit further away. So what are we gonna do right now? We've been yapping for 3 hours, so maybe it's time to go play a game. Oh, I didn't show you, but I also got a phone case. Dun da da. It's really cute. It's a bit blurry, but I sent my mom like a bit of shady website, so I'm not complaining. But it's cute. I like the color.